Peace and blessings, guys. Thank you for joining me, Coach Clinton, today on a personal boxing session for Imarez and Josiah. So this first exercise is a 2-minute round on the bags, kind of simulating an amateur round. For the first 15 seconds, it's like a freestyle, and then after 15 seconds, we get them to burst into an all-out attack. We use all the energy for 15 seconds and get that maximum heart rate pumping up, the blood pumping, and then we get them back to normal instead of back to freestyle where they're controlling the fight. Now, if you can see what Imarez and Josiah start doing when they go back to freestyle, we start going round the bag and circling the bag, kind of with the hands down, boxing, moving limbs, which is good. You're still getting your heart up, moving limbs, moving around the bag. But we're going to try and eliminate this for the next round, but I want you to observe what I'm saying. So they're moving around the bag, kind of aimlessly, but still moving. Now I've got them to attacking a burst of energy. You'll see when they burst into energy, the form comes back and they're really on it. The hands are up, they're throwing punches, they're doing counters, they're moving and everything else. But when they go to the freestyle, they're back to resting. Look, they use it as like a resting period where they're not really thinking about boxing too much. They're throwing punches, but they're not really kind of acting like they're in a fight. They're not using no imagination. They're just moving kind of aimlessly. We're going to change that for the next round, but let's talk about this round. Now they explode again. They explode on the bag. You can see they're getting tired, but the hands are still up, they're still exploding. Right now, the heart rate must be on fleek right now. It must be killing them, but they still try and bless them. And this is what it's all about, it's effort. Getting the heart rate up. Now they're back to freestyle now. You can see now they've got one more burst of energy coming this bit. You can see they're kind of flagging now. Arms are all over the place. The throwing punches still moving, but they're not really moving like boxers. I wouldn't say that anyways. This is more like a fitness thing at this point. And we're going to change that for the next round. Now look, big 15 seconds of energy. Look how the hands come back up. They're moving like boxers again. Yeah, you get me? Boom, 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 boom. Attacking the bag. Giving everything they've got. But next round, let's change that.
Time. Well done.
So for this next round, I basically tell them in between, when you're controlling the bag, I want you to move like a boxer the same way. You don't have to move around aimlessly, because you wouldn't do that in a boxing fight. You might just stand on the spot and throw punches. But you can see now, in the resting period, they're a lot more technical. They're actually looking like boxers in the resting period. Now they burst into attack, it still looks like the boxers, even when they're attacking strong. So that all this technique now with this exercise is all about, even when you're resting period, I still want you moving like a boxer. This round is a lot better round. I don't know if you can see it, I can see it, but they technically look like better boxers. Even when they're just freestyle on the bag, they're moving like a proper boxer. Look, they've got a head movement, the hands are up, they're not moving around aimlessly. It looks like they've got purpose. Yeah, they've got purpose. So they've learned and developed from this second round and become better boxers overall, just from this exercise, from learning and understanding when it's a freestyle. Ensure you still keep your form. No aimless movement. You wouldn't do that in a boxing fight. You wouldn't move around aimlessly. You control the ring. This is all about ring general shit. You'll see when they burst into energy now. Now they've got more technical element. Yeah, they look really focused. Now attempt to burst into energy. Now watch.
Control the fight. Off you go. Smash him.
Go. See, the hands are up. Looks like a real boxing fight. Now when they're bursting for energy, yeah, it's coming from a place of discipline. Hands are up, strict form, good technique on the bag. They're not necessarily moving aimlessly. If they do move, it's got a good one. Back to technical now. Look, the hands are still up. This is what it's all about. This rate, the heart rate must be pumping, bless them. It must be pumping a lot harder than what you can think. Amateur boxing requires a lot of anaerobic capacity. So with this exercise, it's really good to develop your heart rate, get your VO2 max up, working your stamina and your cardio, but more importantly, your boxing technique, your fundamentals and your focus.
Come on. Time.
Very good round. Yes, so with this exercise, it's the target shield. It's a really good developing power. I got him using a backhand uppercut with the right hand from the orthodox stance with a straight shot to the body. I'm just gonna be quiet now and let you listen to what these guys are saying. Yeah, so the point of it was to get Imarez to really drive off his back leg. A lot of people, when they're doing the your straight shot to the body, they'll push off the foot, but they don't really anchor the front ball of the foot in and like really push off it like you're starting a 100-meter race. And if you do that, there's so much more power there. You can see I'm using my paddle in my left hand. to show him where he's vulnerable if he didn't bring his hand back at speed. But it's good technique there from Imarez. Very good effort. I'm getting to it, bring his hand back a lot quicker. He's holding his hand there, so his counter is vulnerable for a counter shot over the top. You can see Joziah now, he's got a really good speed when he's driving off the back leg, but he's lifting his back leg off the floor. Something to watch out for. The target shield, what I'm using there, it's a very good shield to develop power and technique. You see people like Young Imarez using it, Golovkin. You know, obviously everyone now, everyone uses them, but these were the guys when I began to use them. This is the guys I was watching when I developed it. So it's a very good developing power and technique. Obviously the hand mitts, very good for speed, accuracy and an eye coordination. But the target shield is like you can get a bit more, a bit more power into it. I should develop that power. Joziah moves too quick for me at this point. I can't even keep with his combinations, massive. It's fast, talented. So now it's combinations. 2 left hooks to the body, right hook, left hook. What I'm looking for is people really to plant their feet in and really try to take that person's dinner out of the stomach, what they had over the last couple of fucking hours or something. Really just be ferocious. Yeah. Joziah's a little killer when it comes to body shots. I won't like to take a body shot off Joziah. Bear in mind, this boy is only 15. Devastating. So boxing is all about hitting and not getting hit. With this swimming paddle that I use, obviously if you get touched by it, it's not going to knock you out. So it's a lot more forgiving than your opponent's probably going to come with real punches and a glove packed with fucking venom and spine. So we get you moving lateral movements, slipping, rolling, ducking. And we've got a term in boxing that everyone should know. Boxing is all about hitting and not getting hit. So I've got an expression what I'll always use is I make them miss, my opponent miss, and I make them pay. This whole exercise is developing your synapses in your brain that when you actually move, there's an available counter punch. If you want some more, if you're a boxer or a fighter and you want some deeper understanding of that subject, one of my best references would be Bruce Lee. He's got a fighting system where it shows you all the counters for every available punch. It's a fantastic mentor to look up to for making a miss and making pay. You can see at this point, Joziah is very quick. I get him to do 2 rounds of this. Just try and get some kind of rhythm. Like I say, it's not a fight simulation because when someone's fighting you, they come in with, real punches, real weight behind them shots. But the thing with a paddle, it allows you to be creative and expressive, work on lateral movements, slips, rolls, leans. Yeah, and at the same time, you're developing your counter punches, making a miss and making pay format. So it's a great technique to use to develop. So now back on my Imarez as well. I give him 30 seconds and switch at doing this. Not too long because, like I say, it's just to keep your brain thinking. So much to think around. Like my mentor, Brendan, always says, never be regimented with a session. Always keep people on your toes. Always keep them thinking. Make it sporadic because in life, that's what life's like and that's what a fight's like. You never know what's going to happen next. So in my training philosophy, that's kind of what I do. You'll have something what you learn, but there's no order to it. It's chaos. A controlled chaos. So the lads were absolutely knackered at this point, but I decided to work blows with them, finish on the blows. And you can see the footwork is not as strong at this point. So I'm going to come back to that in a second. I really need to emphasise the footwork on the blows because Princeton's even one of the best at coming in for attack and coming out for attack. And that's what all this point of this blows is developing power, speed, accuracy, stamina, cardio, technique. It's got it all.
No, switch. Southpaw, switch to southpaw. That's it. Alright, just do a shuffle. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. Remember, I might be fast, but I'm still doing 1, 2, 1, 2. It's still the same step, yeah?
So I've gone and emphasised the 1-2 step to them before they step into the bag. 1-2 when you step in, 1-2 stepping back, because that's how you would like approach an attack if you're approaching your opponent. Step into them, stepping back. Prince Nazim, like I say, one of the best at doing these blows, and he has some phenomenal power. And he was so quick on his feet, you couldn't even see the attacks coming. But yeah, the guys are doing really well at this point now. I think it's a 1-2 at this point. Imarez impressed me at this point, because you can see at this point where his little cuts come together at this. It really comes together, and you can see his technique really shine.
Very good. Perfect, Imarez. Perfect. Couldn't get any better than that, I'm telling you.
Bear in mind, Imarez is only a year 9. I would like to get hit with his power. He got some killer power for his age. I was really impressed with that.
Perfect. I'm telling you, bro. Well done. Yeah, you got to switch it. Yeah. Straight to opposite side.
So when you're doing your blows, you switch. You do 10 sets in orthodox position, and you switch and you do the same 10 sets in southpaw position. As a boxer, the last thing you want to do is not be ambidextrous. If your opponent gets you in a position where your front legs forward, you're in a southpaw position, you want to throw punches equally as good on your opposing side as you would on your normal side. And that to me is basic common sense, but a lot of boxing clubs will emphasize just being strict on one side, like orthodox or southpaw. Like my mentorship or tutelage, Brendan Ingle Gym, where we kind of focus on being ambidextrous, boxing on your left and your right. You will have a favoured side. You'll always have a side where you kind of favour either southpaw or orthodox. But like anything else, the more you practice on both sides, the better you're gonna get. And like I'm sure most footballers who are left-footed will still practice with the right foot. So that's just no different concept when it comes to boxing. You have to develop both your orthodox and southpaw, and I specialise in doing, developing my students on both sides, orthodox and southpaw. Now you can see Josiah's, because he's moving to southpaw, he's having to push from his left leg now on his right leg. So if you can see, he's not really pushing off his left leg. He's coming front heavy, but he needs to push off his back foot. When I send him this video, especially explaining it right now, he'll get to see. You can see if he pushed off his back foot, it'd have more rotation from his hip from the left side, rather than rotating from the right, from his front leg. So this last combination now, 1-2 hook to finish. We've done worked hard for this session. We've done a lot in this session. We've learned a lot, but this is the one that we're finishing on now. 1-2 left hook. Good power from Imarez there. Really good technique. Really happy with that. Perfect level for this stage. Very good technique there. Yeah, power shots. The blows, we call them. Develop good power. Now he's got to do it on southpaw shot. 1-2 right, 1-2 right hook, which is right hand, left hand, right hand. You can see he's dropping his left hand there.
Keep that left hand up when you're throwing that right hook, Imarez. Make sure that left hand's nice and tight.
So now I tell him when he throws his right hook, make sure his left hand's up. And I can see he's bringing it up well done there. And that's all as a coach. We're just making minute changes. We don't make people better fighters. The fighter's already a fighter. You're just revealing what they've already got inside, assisting them to find their true best self. Each kid who has time spent on them will always get better. That's the thing with coaching. You'll always get better with coaching. You can see here, Josiah's like telegraphing his left hand.
I don't want you to release it till the last minute, yeah? Don't release it till the last minute. Don't try and give your opponent no option that it's coming. It just comes at last minute. Back. Don't pull it back.
So now I'm just basically kind of teaching him to hide that, for his opponent to see it till the last second.
Good. 7. Solid.
Good power there. Good technique. Yeah, these lads coming on real strong. And that's it. Boxing is just practice.
Side now. Well done.
Taking time.
Don't worry.
He's lost his foot in there because he's southpaw, bless him. But that's what I'm saying, you got to work on both sides. Can you see a person who's been practicing like Josiah, even still he's getting slightly confused with switching stance, and that's why you should always work on both sides. always develop both techniques. But very good session from these guys today. If you want a session, just book me, can send me a DM, fly me a message, and we'll sort something out. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Peace and blessings, and thank you for watching. And good effort, guys.